Hi, welcome everyone. My name is Bart. As you might know, I'm from justonemore.uk and this is my channel. Hello and welcome. In today's video, we will be looking closer into one of the enclosures I bought recently, arboreal ones 2020 by 30 from Pawhut. We will give it a little bit of honest review and on the end, after the review, we will rehouse to it one of my favorite species, which is Avicularia purpurea. She was doing a rehouse, quite recently. She is now young adult female, so she need to be actually put into something which I do hope would be able to breed in it. To be fair, Avicularia purpurea is absolutely fantastic spider from Ecuador. Her requirements for keeping, they're quite easy. You need about 20 to 26 degrees of temperature and about 70 to 80% of humidity. To be fair, it's one of the easiest one to keep. It's gonna hit the spot even with very new keepers, and I do hope so that you will enjoy the video. And without further ado, just let's get on with it. So at first, let's just have a look what we received inside of the box. As we can see, everything is well packed with protective corners, which they actually worked and nothing was smashed, so quite a plus for the packaging. It was properly secured with the foil, so there's no moving elements actually in the risk of any damage. So just open it and remove the foil. So we have our first glimpse on the enclosure. The lock was a little bit tricky on the beginning, but that was due to the too much silicone actually on one of the crevices. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got one top opening on it. The opening here, actually I removed the silicone, the excess of it, and now it's opening without a problem. We've got vents on the bottom and mesh on the top. As you can see, there's a little bit of scuffs and marks, on the enclosure, but it's not bothering me at all. It's quite simple to open. There's a place for hygrometer or thermometer, or both, if you use those on the cord with the probe. It's quite easy to open, close. It's not stacking or anything. The doors are closing quite nicely. They're quite secure. There's a place for the padlock, and of course it's stackable, as we can see, which is always a bonus if you want to have just more than one. But in overall, I would say it's a plus, especially for the money. Okay, now let's start building our setup for the Avicularia purpurea. I'm getting ready to test everything here. Now we're gonna add a little bit of mix of spider life, bit of sand, and a little bit of topsoil, which I like personally to use it because it's not getting moldy. We move out from the cocoa fiber as cocoa fiber start to grow fungi, and was unpleasant, was a reason of having a lot of gnats, to be honest. And since we moved away from the coconut fiber, we reduced the amount of gnats by at least 70%, so we are quite happy with the outcome. As you can see, there's a leaf litter already in it, so that will save me adding a little bit more on later on. Everything what we want to do here, is just give enough of the depth that we can actually put anything inside, and that will stick together or come together nicely. I choose to put inside a little bit of cork bag. I know a lot of people liking for them to use the tubes. I prefer to see what is behind, so it's just a personal preference. Because I'm terrible with keeping any live plants, to be honest, I decided to use one of my wife's creations, which actually looks quite nice, and it's purple for purpura. I will give her a little bit more hiding space and a little bit of options where she can actually start to create her tops and tunnels, which they are absolutely amazing. Now we'll add a little bit of moss, which we forage ourselves from our local forest. That will help to maintain the humidity, and a part of that will just look better in the enclosure, and the enclosure will be a little bit more natural. And this is actually the only live plant which I'm able to keep alive. Yeah, let's hope that will keep her happy, and she will be able to create amazing webs like she created in her old enclosure. Yes, Mr. Clean Hands. And just the final touch, a little water dish. She was coming down to drink the water from the bottom, so I'm quite happy with it to be at the bottom of the enclosure. And now time to remove our spider. As you can see, she created amazing webbing, and as you can see, I was using really terrible enclosure, which is very difficult to keep the humidity in it. That's why that was very important rehousing for me, especially that I want to make her be in a good condition for future breeding. Now in the beginning she was a little bit stubborn and she didn't want to go anywhere, which is understandable, but with a little bit of persuasion I actually managed to get her out. I decided to get her out on the doors so we can have closer and proper look on her. When she started moving, she was quite happy to move over for the doors, and look at her, she's absolutely beautiful. A little close up for you guys. Look, she's absolutely stunning. She's one of the most beautiful spiders I ever owned, to be honest. Look on those colors, how they're shining nicely in the light. Absolutely love that spider. You can see how calm she is, how not fazed by anything she is actually. And she don't mind to be moved on those doors. She's absolute beauty, an absolute babe. She is so calm spider. If ever gonna think about getting Avicularia species, please consider her very much so. They as pretty as Caribenas versicolors. They are as pretty as Ibersipora diversitas, but yet they've got that calmness in them, which I absolutely adore. And yes, there's one thing which I actually didn't notice before with the enclosure, and I notice it now. As we can see, there's quite big gaps in the doors. You can actually feel it and see it properly. I'm not sure if this is a very big issue, to be honest. It's not for me, but it's something worth to consider if you're planning to keep anything inside and breed and leave it with mother for the hatch. So actually it's one of the things which might be interesting and helpful. Let's just have a glimpse for the whole setup, and well, we're done. I do hope that she will be very happy in it. And that is it, guys, for today. I do hope that you enjoyed the video and you like the setup. If you've got any other ideas, please leave a comment down below. That will be greatly appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Of course, I want to invite you to our website, justonemore.uk, if you want to acquire any new spiders which we've got available. Just check it in the description below. So thank you very much for watching, and I do hope to see you again on the next one. Bye!